What's going on YouTube? Today we got Dragon Ball Z Resurrection F fixed. Self-explanatory. There's some parts about Resurrection F that was me personally. This Super Saiyan God transformation. The fact that Blue gets the shyness of God. That was rushed, but hey, let's get straight to the reaction.
Models, I hope you're doing well. In this video, we're going to look at how rewriting Dragon Ball Z Resurrection F would have resulted in a better story overall for that arc. This is a special feature Patreon video. A big shout out to Saiyan King Mike who came up with this idea, so I'm going to give my thoughts on it. Saiyan King Mike is a member of the Ultra tier on my Patreon. Comes with a bunch of cool perks and bonuses for the channel. You can get your videos brought to life here on the channel. I have one spot left for the Ultra tier. If you're interested, I'll leave the link down below for you to check out. Let's get this part out of the way. I don't hate Resurrection F. I think it was okay at best, but could have been so much better. The word hate is losing its true meaning these days. The internet often seems to think that criticism means hate, which is false, because in reality, hate is a very strong word used for intense anger and hostility. It's a cheap, easy way to label somebody who disagrees with your point of view on something. There's no hate for Dragon Ball here, just criticism of a product where I see fit. And that's what life is. Different points of views, different perspectives. You may love the movie, and that's totally cool. I will be focusing on three major areas of the Resurrection F movie. Of course, that transfers to the anime series as well, because that's just an extended version of the movies. But anyway, the three areas I'm focusing on. Frieza. Bringing back Frieza with an enormous power-up. Yes, I know we've heard this time and time again, but I'll go into detail in just a second. Vegeta's treatment throughout the movie, only to have Goku save the...
Oh yeah, the way Frieza got a new form when he was in hell. Frieza, he should have won that fight too, I ain't gonna lie. And he might talk about the transformation or something else I don't know about. That's kind of true.
Day through a very cheap time reverse safety net. And finally, the way the Super Saiyan God transformation was instantly rendered obsolete by introducing Blue the very next part of the story, or the next movie, in Dragon Ball Z's case. And by obsolete, I mean it aesthetically and that level on its own. The respect of being its own form, not being stacked with Super Saiyan to keep quote-unquote Super Saiyan God, that power, relevant. Super Saiyan God on its own, in my opinion, is very prestigious and can carry itself, if given the opportunity. Now, if those three things were small issues, then they could easily be overlooked, but all three of those things are a pretty big deal, and they all have something in common in my eyes. They are soulless. Like, Frieza's back. Heads will turn. Give him a new form. Heads will turn. Let's go see what that's about. Give the Saiyans another new form. Heads will turn. Let's go see what the hell that is. It's marketing tactics. It worked because it drew roughly the same as Battle of Gods, but it does come off as a soulless and lazy execution, just for the sake of getting attention. Like there wasn't enough faith in the concepts of Battle of God to do another movie.
Battle of God movie is high-key way better than the episodes in Super. Not because of I will not let you destroy my world. It's just, I think because of animation wise. I ain't gonna lie, me personally. A little funny moment with Vegeta dropping his pride for a bit, dancing on stage. But I ain't gonna lie, I don't know which one is better, Vegeta versus Beerus in the movie, or Vegeta versus Beerus in the episodes. I probably might like the episodes a little bit better. I ain't gonna lie. The way he was getting Beerus that worked for a little bit, when he hit Super Saiyan Rage. We're gonna talk about Rage some other video, whatever.
Movie on that or branch off from it, but instead bring back old stuff that is ultimate fan service. If you think I hate Super Saiyan Blue, I don't. Let's get this straight. Super Saiyan Blue is the flagship of Dragon Ball Super on almost all products, and it's even got its own parade balloon. It's grown over time. I've always liked the tranquility concept, even if it appears like a lazy upgrade aesthetically. It's grown over time on me in the overall story, especially the manga, but I'm specifically talking about the decision making for the Resurrection F movie at that point in time as a Dragon Ball story, from a writing perspective only, not in terms of franchise profits later down the line, because the movie in itself wasn't a good movie in my opinion. Let's go to the first of these areas. I would have never brought back Frieza. Why? When Trunks sliced him up, after one of the greatest arrivals in Dragon Ball history, one of the best debuts ever, another Super Saiyan, that was satisfying. I think we just came off a major arc with Frieza where he was a nightmare. It took ages to take him down. He had a gigantic battle with Super Saiyan Goku, thinking Goku finished him off, only to come back seemingly stronger than ever with his dad, and he's got a new mecha form, and boom, Vegeta's son is the one that avenges the Saiyans. No drawn out battles like on Namek. Slice, chop, blast. Done. Excellent execution. Now future Trunks' legacy is built on that introduction. That should have been it for Frieza. Because Frieza coming back in Resurrection F feels like it was already done in the Trunks saga. Comes back, new form, technically with a mecha form, and he's bringing soldiers with him. That's why I didn't really care much when it happened in Resurrection F. You see, even in Dragon Ball GT in one of the movies, I think it was Fusion Reborn, he came back but was treated as fodder. Characters moved...
He got one tap. Yo, look, I know it's a movie, but he got one tap by Gohan on base form. Even though Gohan did can clap final form freeze, but I'm just saying, he ain't put up a fight. Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. After, thinking about it, Fusion Reborn, I'll give it like a 6 out of 10, because I was like, it would be cool to see Gogeta killing Janemba, some throwing hands, Frieza versus Gohan, and then Gotenks versus Hitler, all simultaneously, gets destroyed. That's just me though. So it's still a good movie, but like, I don't know. I love Super Saiyan 3. I ain't gonna lie, even though it's been dogged on, but I'm just saying, Super Saiyan 3 wasn't enough for Janemba. But anyways, Frieza getting one punch by Mystic Gohan, Ultimate Gohan, Final Form Gohan, whatever. Kind of crazy.
On from that level, and that's where Frieza belongs story-wise. In the past, he's had his day, but of course,
it's a damn springtime for monkeys. I'm sorry.
Marketing decides the story. Frieza is one of the best villains ever. Of course, we know we've heard it over and over again. Marketing decides the story, not the other way around. And another thing that I had an issue with was Frieza's strength increase from training, because he thought maybe I need to start training now for the first time in my life, which completely makes the moment with Trunks slicing him up an incredibly lucky moment rather than making a statement from a Super Saiyan. Because if Frieza had any sense, which he should have because he's a very smart being, had any sense of preparing to come back and fight a Super Saiyan after losing on Namek, he would have jogged on the spot for 5 damn minutes to double his strength at least. But he didn't, because that concept of Frieza's growth back then was non-existent and not an option during Dragon Ball Z. It was a cheap add-on just to give Frieza relevance later down the line to catch up. In a room of fighters he had no right being in based on his character in Z. You would think this was crazy if Frieza came back in the Cell Saga or the Buu Saga. You'd be like, what the hell? No chance.
Actually, speaking of the Buu Saga, unless it's filler for some odd reason, but when Super Saiyan 3 Goku was fighting Buu, every villain that Goku fought or Goku Vegeta fought, they was watching the fight. And then Frieza, watching it, talking about, oh, stupid, lousy Saiyan or whatever. Unless the ball broke and then they see that, Buu died. But in Resurrection F, the short nigga, I forgot his name, he told Frieza that he defeated Majin Buu, and Frieza was shocked. I'm like, did you not watch the fight? Am I tripping? Like, I'm watching Kai, so yeah, if you don't like Kai, oh well, I'm watching Kai, to hear the different dialogues. I ain't gonna lie, I think Kai taking it with the different dialogues from Z. That's just me though. But I was like, you was watching the fight. How did you forget that Goku won? I don't know. That's a little thing I was confused about.
But he's leapfrogged all that and then some, and then some.
Sorry if I'm pausing and talking. I'm trying to get my thoughts throughout the video, because I posted a video one time and people didn't like it because I didn't, elaborate much. So, yeah.
Again, just so Frieza could be headlined in this movie. So that's why I say it feels soulless and lazy.
I'm gonna try.
Then we just have to
try not to pause all the
because
time.
it's now part of the story and is not consistent or loyal to the past of Dragon Ball Z. So from a story point of view, I wouldn't have Frieza back. I would have named the movie something different from Resurrection F and focus on new concepts and villains that were already starting to be introduced in Battle of gods, even Beerus's mention of different universes. What a big door that is, straight away. I'm not writing that story here because that would take a long damn time. I don't get paid well enough to write a very in-depth story, so show me the money. That's what I think would have been the best option right at the start of the drawing board. But if we had to have Frieza in this movie, there are ways to tell the story of Resurrection F using ways I would prefer to have seen instead of what we've got. Could he have been introduced at an earlier point in Z before all the godly buffs? Honestly, I don't see it, and that's because of one simple thing. Look at how first form Frieza dealt with the planet of Saiyans. No matter how many Saiyans there
Damn, he really hate them monkeys.
were back then, it wouldn't have made a difference to his blast. So when you take a returning Frieza Force against a character like Hell, Future Trunks, or let's even go with Dabura, the Frieza Force would vaporize faster than the Saiyans did during Planet Vegeta's demise. My point being, the whole Frieza Force is returning to have a big action-packed scene for 20 minutes. It was given far more space and time than it should have had, than what should have happened in Dragon Ball in general. Piccolo could have one-shotted everyone there, but in terms of Frieza being in the main story now, yeah, we can have some cool moments. Yes,
The fact that Piccolo was struggling with that one red nigga or the other nigga that Frieza didn't that I forgot his name, but the one with Captain Ginyu switch body with when Piccolo had struggled with him. I think in the movie or was it the episode? I don't remember. But the fact that Piccolo had struggled with both of them, kind of ridiculous. I'm just saying.
he was pretty cool in the Tournament of Power, but something about him just feels too forced. Like, it feels like it's a forced gag. Now let's move on to Super Saiyan God. Now, without changing every single thing because we'll be here all day, let me explain why Super Saiyan God would have been a better choice to include in Resurrection F. Firstly, the Battle of Gods movie was all about entering that realm of power. The Super Saiyan God form brought the franchise back with a burning desire for more. It was the flagship of modern Dragon Ball after a long hiatus. Super Saiyan God lost against Beerus, but the message was the strongest part of the story. There's still a long way to go for Goku in terms of power. He stood up to Beerus, and the Super Saiyan God power we saw only seemed like a taste of what could come. Now, the design in itself was unique in a sense of it made Goku leaner, sleek like Beerus. Goku felt divine. He looked like Goku with the same hairstyle, albeit looks more fiery to emphasize power, which I liked. Good marketing potential too. The opportunity they had was having Battle of Gods, having Goku reach that power, but Resurrection F could have been mastering that power. However, despite Goku and Vegeta getting stronger in Resurrection F, something else happened. Super Saiyan God was aesthetically discarded in replace of the new form, which was only brought in for two main reasons. It looks like a Super Saiyan, and it's a new color to draw attention and make new toys. Let's just say that actually worked, but at what cost? The cost of the story and respect of what was already there, like Super Saiyan God. You see, in the Resurrection F movie interview, Super Saiyan God wasn't just laying dormant to be used later on. No, Toriyama had actually revealed at that point during the movie's release that Super Saiyan God was no longer needed. That's right, that godly design in Battle of Gods, say goodbye, it's had its moment.
First of all, RIP to Curry Toriyama, but then what's the point of having Super Saiyan God? I'm gonna be honest, Super Big Bang Mission, that whole series. I see a whole lot of God usage in that Dragon Ball, and it's kind of cool. Like I highly recommend people watching it, even though there's no dub, it's just sub. But hey, it's still a good not a little, some series. There's some series non-canon niggas going at each other, or against the canon characters with non-canon characters and fighting non-canon and canon villains. That's what I'm trying to say. It was kind of cool seeing Golden Cooler. Don't know how, but hey, it was kind of cool. Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Vegito. That was cool. Against an evil Saiyan named Cumber. That's for some reason don't like Super Saiyan God Goku. Few. Mira and the other, and the girl, the boy, whatever their name is. Let me see if I can yap a little bit more. Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black 3 versus Gogeta Super Saiyan Bluer. Hey, it was a little good battle, I ain't gonna lie.
Done. One movie. Sure, Blue
And
is
Hearts.
that god magnified by Super Saiyan, but it's not a matter of power. It's a matter of respect and principle to a form. Because Super Saiyan God could have been made stronger in writing without Blue. It could, and in my opinion, should have been like the Cell games where Super Saiyan God became more of a mastered Super Saiyan God like Grade 4 Goku, diving more into the wild abilities and exploring the power, similar to what Goku did in the Broly movie, and of course the healing ability it had. It would have given Super Saiyan God a bit more time to be digested aesthetically and in terms of a concept on its own, as well as that form having more time to breathe, like how the golden Super Saiyan warrior graced Z for a very long time. I think Blue is fine overall, but it took the place of God far too quick. Visuals matter in Dragon Ball. God being shown with more mastery in Resurrection F would have been pleasing to see, and also experiencing Goku and Vegeta's growth in that form itself. I mean, it was the form bringing Dragon Ball back from a slumber. It deserved better handling later on, but that could have been what stood up to Frieza. Not a Super Saiyan, but now the Super Saiyan God. And that's what beats Frieza, the experience in the godly realm, unlike Frieza who's just taken a dip into a strong form. Super Saiyan God, although obviously weaker and less marketed than Blue, still feels more prestigious of a form to me. I would have had God be the lead form for most of Resurrection F, have the opportunity to see Vegeta attain the form in a scene 2, give him his moment, have Vegeta use the red-haired form against Frieza. So many missed opportunities, and Resurrection F simply said, yeah, they're this level now, that they've already stacked Super Saiyan with Super Saiyan God. Keep up now, guys. I wanted to feel that growth, especially with Vegeta, who took a massive backseat in Battle of Gods. Anyway, if Toei was worried about marketing and not turning enough heads to see Resurrection F when just using Super Saiyan God, then another good option to balance storytelling, growth, and marketing could have been to bring in Blue right at the last minute when it looks like Golden Frieza is about to win. Kind of like a Beast Gohan moment in Superhero, just appears right at the end, but it showcases a further mastery of balancing.
I ain't gonna lie, I'd rather have Blue being showing up during the little tournament against Universe 6. If that makes sense. Then somehow Goku can use Kaioken against Hit. Cause let's be honest here. If Goku used Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken against Goku Black, is basically Goku Black half Kaioken. Super Saiyan Rose ooh, that's a tough ass name. Super Saiyan Rose Kaioken. That's a tough name.
God, or one final push with their raw power and combining that with Super Saiyan God, bringing the legendary Super Saiyan back for that moment. What a final scene that would have made. I think pacing really matters here, and to put the cherry on the cake, wouldn't it have been awesome if Vegeta was the first to combine those forms, God and Super Saiyan, during his battle with Frieza, the prince against the tyrant who killed him on Namek, destroyed his planet, enslaved him.
I take about what I just said. Vegeta finding out how to mix Super Saiyan with Super Saiyan God to make it Super Saiyan Blue. Okay, I'll fuck with it.
All his life, such a massive history there, and would have been poetic, but that way you've already made Super Saiyan God and Blue feel special in the same movie without jumping straight into Blue, eliminating God, having the ending we did. They needed a massive safety net to protect them because of Goku's weakness and Vegeta's inept ability to vaporize a weakened Frieza at point blank range before Earth blows up. That was one of the worst.
Okay, look. Okay, I'm gonna be real here. Yeah, Goku needs to stop, giving bad guys chances. But if you really want to blame someone for his decision making, you can blame Ader. If you don't know who that is, you're not a Dragon Ball fan. And hey, if you don't know who Ader is, go watch OG Dragon Ball.
Scenes in Dragon Ball history. Basically, Frieza's black.
Hey, yo, hold on. No, I'm playing.
In a weakened state, was faster than God Vegeta's who already had it charged. In his face. Very stupid. The ending we did, they needed a massive safety net to protect them because of Goku's weakness and Vegeta's inept ability to vaporize a weakened Frieza at point blank range before Earth blows up. That was one of the worst scenes in Dragon Ball history. Basically, Frieza's blast, in a weakened state, was faster than God Vegeta's who already had it charged. In his face. Very stupid. Which brings me to Vegeta the final part. In the Resurrection F we had, if there's one thing I would have changed, that was Vegeta to defeat Frieza. Straight up, no goofing around, and I would have written it where Vegeta's victory felt more meaningful and worked for, and by doing this, I have two methods. The first one is like a what if I made a while back where Vegeta fights first. It's his business, get out the way Kakarot. Makes sense, right? But no, Goku versus Frieza on Namek, everybody knows that fight, so they gotta have that fight again. It's more important than Vegeta versus Frieza. Remember, marketing governs the story. Story does not govern the marketing. Anyway, the fight between Vegeta and Frieza could have had more mind games between them both because Frieza would be much more difficult to fight in a fresh state. In the end, Vegeta prevails and overcomes the tyrant of his past his own way, showing his growth as an Earthling that carries the pride of the Saiyans. But the second method would be after Goku loses, Like in the original, why not have Frieza steal Goku's Senzu Bean or something like that, so Frieza reaches full power again, which leads to Vegeta having to step in and deal with a fresh Frieza who's had a little time to warm up and get used to.
Hey Goku, I ain't gonna lie. If you want to redeem yourself, you could have took the Sensu Bean and given it to Frieza. I kid you not, if Goku ever did that, Vegeta will be happy. The fans may not like it, Vegeta will be happy. Because I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to deal with Goku seconds. Be all weak and stuff. So Vegeta will be very happy that Goku did that.
His golden power,
You can't tell him I'm not lying.
It would feel like the stakes are higher, the tension's there. That way it would have invested me in Vegeta's struggle much more than simply seeing him step in and beat up a weakened Frieza. This would have been a great way to have Resurrection F finish with Vegeta protecting the Earth due to Goku's mistake, showing that Vegeta could protect the Earth on his own and his development would come full circle. But I guess having Whis time reverse everything only for Goku to fly in, screaming in midair, charging a Kamehameha for 20 seconds was much more efficient at stopping Frieza blowing up the Earth, instead of Vegeta simply releasing his blast at point blank range. I mean, did you see how long Goku took to charge that attack against Frieza? Frieza could have made a cup of tea in that time. Frieza could have blown up the Earth 10 times over with the time he had in that window. But I guess we've got to have everyone going home happy that Goku saved the day. Overall, Resurrection F in itself wasn't a good experience for me. Sure, it's led to a lot of better moments in anime and manga, but I personally think the execution of the movie could have been done a different way, if not better, that sets up just a gooder future, if not a more respected story.
Oh, I forgot in Kakarot.
I was invested in Battle of
18. Yeah, 18 was there. And Goten and Trunks.
Gods, but Resurrection F, that's where it dipped for me, and it took a while for my interest in Dragon Ball Super, that part of the story, to come back. It wasn't until Future Trunks showed up at the start of the Goku Black arc that really drew me back into the story. That was such a badass introduction for Goku Black and felt very old school Dragon Ball Z vibes, but we all know how that ended up as well. So you guys leave me a comment. What did you like or dislike about Resurrection F, and how would you rewrite it? Rate the video, subscribe if you like my videos. I really appreciate it.
Hey, look, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna go back. I'm watching Super again, just so you know, to understand people what Dragon Ball fans don't like about Super. You know, I'm rewatching again, but hey, I ain't gonna lie. What TOS Sage be saying? That's a Mickey move. Well, he didn't say that, but he used the word Mickey of like some bullshit. But anyway, that's the end of this reaction. Thank you, Saiyan Scholar, for this great video on how he would corrected Resurrection F. That's the end of this video. Hope y'all like it. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and I'm out.